Good morning, folks. This is Naeem Aslam live from London, and welcome to our daily update on our YouTube channel, in which we discuss several different market affairs and various different opportunities. As always, a bit of a disclaimer: anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisors. And folks, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do that, because that will help us in getting into Google's algorithm. So what exactly is going on in the market? Well, the first and the foremost and the most important element or a factor that the traders are focused on is the ongoing coronavirus situation over in India. There is no doubt that the management has completely lost control of the situation. And despite the fact that over the weekend on Sunday, we have seen over 350,000 cases registered, we still have no evidence of government bringing a national lockdown to curb this particular rise in the rise of coronavirus cases because of the new variant. Now, of course, traders are concerned about that and the impact of that on a global economy, because right now we are still in a very much stage where global economic recovery is still very, very fragile. Now, when we look at the US stock market, the most important factors over there for this particular week is, of course, is the earnings, because this week we're going to hear from Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and of course, Tesla. So that means the NASDAQ index is highly likely to be very, very volatile. Now, before we go into the strength and everything else, or where the big pivot levels are, if we compare the top three indices, such as the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and the S&P, remember, previously, it was always your NASDAQ index which we used to lead the market to the upside. That is no longer the case, because the NASDAQ index now is not your leading index. So the question is, which particular index has the most amount of strength, or which index is really the leading index? Well, it is your S&P 500 index, because despite all those concerns in India, despite the fact that we are going to get a lot of economic data, earnings data, and other economic data, which we will discuss later on, we are still seeing the S&P 500 futures hovering towards their all-time high. So if there is going to be any index which is going to give us the clear indication of this upward trend to continue, it is likely to be your S&P 500 index. Now, folks, as always, just a polite reminder: if you like the content, please smash that button. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to post them over here, because this is your opportunity to ask me any questions while I am here. So the second, going back to the markets, the second index which also has a lot of strength and momentum behind it, it is your Dow Jones Industrial Average. It is still relatively trading towards its upside. So again, the second index which is going to continue to move to the upside, which is going to give us that indication that yes, this bull momentum is going to move to the upside, it will be your Dow Jones Industrial Average. As for the NASDAQ, particularly for NASDAQ, the index is going to be very, very volatile because of these big tech giants earnings. Now, so far, this is a very important stat. Pay attention. So far, we have 25% of the S&P 500 companies reporting their earnings, and 84% of them have actually beaten Wall Street estimate. Now, of course, this is the major week for tech earnings, and if we continue to see that ratio, meaning where 84% of the companies continue to beat Wall Street's estimate, then this will be the first quarter since 2008 that we'll be seeing that sort of momentum. So again, very, very important thing that can really lead the market from here onwards. Now, what are the important events for this particular week? Well, first of all, it is your inflation data, and then we have a Federal Reserve chairman also speaking, and they are both likely to bring higher volatility for gold prices, because right now gold is still a sort of in struggling on the 4-hour time frame. If we focus on it with a 50-day simple moving average, we want gold price to stay above the 50-day simple moving average if it is going to continue its journey towards the 1800 price level. And of course, these particular events are very much going to be the major fundamentals that will be underpinning the price moves in gold. Earlier today, we've seen really a lot of positive momentum, but now I am seeing that the evidence of that really fading, because traders are once again favoring your riskier assets. I'm seeing a lot of momentum over in Europe in the airline sector. Why? But the reason is because some of the European countries will be opening the travel restrictions to the United States, to Americans who have already received coronavirus vaccine. Now, because of that, we are seeing companies like Ryanair, EasyJet, Wizz Air, their stocks have really gone up a lot. And on the back of that, we have also seen Rolls-Royce, its stock moving to the upside, and TUI stock is also moving to the upside. A lot of positive momentum isn't there in terms of the banking sector, because Credit Suisse is still very much moving to the downside. Lloyd's of London is also moving to the upside. However, HSBC and Standard Chartered, they are still very much holding on to their gains. Now, in terms of oil prices, of course, there's this concern of the price on the daily time frame crude oil price failing to break above the 50-day simple moving average. Now, of course, if price cannot move above the 50-day simple moving average, and the concerns are because of the India suffering from these COVID cases, and of course we have OPEC's meeting taking place this week. So investors are very much looking at that, how that will influence crude oil price as well. So we've got to keep an eye on these particular factors. But right now, crude oil price is struggling to break to the upside. Keep an eye on that. In terms of price levels for crude oil, what we really got to be looking at, the support could be between 56.75 or just where the 100-day simple moving average is trading at, and that is 58.10. And in terms of a resistance, we're looking at 64 price level. All right, folks, that's sorry, I still have to do one more. That is your cryptos. In terms of coin, we are seeing a lot of momentum coming back into the market. Keep an eye on the 4-hour time frame, because on the 4-hour time frame, we need to see Bitcoin price to break above the 50-day simple moving average. If we can, great, the prices are likely to move to the upside. And folks, earlier today, we have done a very detailed analysis, technical analysis on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and on XRP, Ripple's XRP, because Ripple's XRP is certainly back above that critical level of $1, but traders have been selling into the rallies so far. Now, the price needs to challenge the 50-day simple moving average. If it moves above the 50-day simple moving average, then we are likely to see more momentum to the upside. All right, that's all for now, and I'll see you guys same time, same place tomorrow. Thank you.